Lovely.
Hi YouTube, it's Andy from Ports of Ghostbusters, and we're bringing back the Ghostbuster Spotlight series to. We've started redoing the podcast for our group, but I wanted to sort of get around and talk to other Ghostbusters because there are some amazing people out there who do some amazing stuff. And on this one, we have Mark from. Well, Mark, you tell us where you're from. What do you do? What's your stuff?
Well, everything in life. I suppose you'll know me from Cross the Streams that we're hopefully going to talk about in a minute.
Absolutely.
I was part of Worcester Ghostbusters, but I have since moved, and I no longer live in Worcester. So I'm looking for a franchise that will have me. There's a few in the area. I'm in Essex,
You're
so
Essex
there's
now, yeah?
I'm in Essex. I'm an Essex boy. Um, so there's a few. I'm only a few miles away from the South End on Sea, guys.
Nice,
Hint,
yeah, yeah.
hintity, hint, hint. My in-laws actually live across the road from the South Essex guys, literally over the
Okay.
road.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and I believe the Magic Ghostbuster lives in Thurrock, which is where I live. So there's
Nice.
plenty of us around.
There's loads, mate. Loads going on.
Yeah.
I think for the amount of available space we have in the UK, we've probably got more Ghostbuster franchises per square kilometre than most other countries, I think. But they're just sprouting up everywhere and it's so
Got
good.
quite a few, yeah.
Yeah, and there's some real nice intimate groups out there, and I mean I've tried to make Force of Ghostbusters more of a community led kind of thing. So we're 26 active members strong at the moment. So
Nice.
we're just going strength to strength, I think. We I don't know, it just felt that for what we do, having a big community is great, I think.
Hmm.
So I mean, if you want to travel, join us.
Well,
We'll
yes.
always welcome you. In
Yeah.
fact, we've got quite a few busters that come down from London, actually, funnily enough.
Have you?
It's quite good, yeah.
I'm just on the west side, east side of London. Um,
Mm,
Not an
yeah.
East Ender, but
Yeah,
I'm
I used to
close enough.
work not far because you're sort of Grays way,
Grays,
aren't you?
yeah,
That kind of way.
yeah.
I
I'm
did
as
I did do a little bit of research, mate. I did research on
stalks
you.
me. I'm as close to the Thames as you can get without getting your feet wet.
Nice. I used to work not far from like I said, I used to travel up there daily to pick someone up actually from Grays and then take them round to
Oh,
uh I can't remember somewhere near thing
it's
anyway.
a small world.
Yes. So across the streams. I mean, I've got to put my hands up. I can't make it this year because we had we had a booking to go to Gosport Comic Con, and it was about a week before you guys put the date up. And as soon as I
Oh,
saw the date, I was like, ah. And there's quite a few guys in the group who've kind of committed to come to. So we can't bolster your numbers this year. I'm
rubbish.
afraid, dude.
I think
But
for the next one, you'll just have to book out the whole year just in
I'm just
case.
going to make sure that we'll have the whole of Ports of Ghostbusters coming up to you, dude, wherever it is, whatever you're going to do. If it's Birmingham again, it's great. It's not that far from us, we're talking a couple of hours, so we'll be
Yeah,
there. But if
excellent.
someone's never been to Across the Streams, explain it. What is it? What do you do?
Cross the Streams is we like to boast and brag that it's the largest UK gathering of Ghostbuster fans, enthusiasts, cosplayers, people who have heard the film, been in the same room as a DVD of the film. Basically, anyone who wants to be part of this community that's massively growing over the last few years.
Mm,
We try and get together every sort of year and a half, and just enjoy being in each other's company for a day. And so we generally, well, the last few we've held those at Comic Cons in Birmingham. So they've either
mm,
been MCM or MegaCon are the two
nice.
that we've had so far, which
Yeah.
are at the NEC. It's somewhere that's nice and central, but it means that most people can get there fairly easily, and we can just like
Sort of midway to
nerd.
everything, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And
Nice.
the connections for travel are really good as well. But it means that we can all get together in a massive room and nerd out, and then we can meet each other, have a good conversations with
That's
people,
what it's all
meet
about.
people you've never met before,
Mm.
and yeah, and then just enjoy being part of the Ghostbusters community together, which we don't really have a chance to do very often.
No, no, I mean, the more chance we can get to do that, the better, right?
Yeah,
How did it
absolutely.
start? What was the moment? What was
The
it?
moment it started, I'm just having a look at our website to remind me of a date. Our website is crossthestreams.co.uk, by the way, just in case you want to know.
I'll make sure that's in the
Um,
description.
there you are.
Nice plug. I like
Yes,
that.
shameless plug. So we've got some galleries on there from things, and the first gallery that's on there is the 12th of November, 2022.
Nice.
So it sort of spawned out the fact that we're just coming out of COVID and all the nastiness that was going on with that.
Mm,
Lockdowns had stopped, and so this was the first Comic Con in Birmingham that lots of people went to after COVID. And it just so happened that about 20 people turned up in Ghostbuster gear, and we all happened to
nice.
know of each other. So we decided we would meet and see each other. And after the day had finished, there was a bit of sadness, like, oh, okay, well, probably should really do that again.
Yeah.
Um, so I spoke to a few people, and everyone said the same thing. Yeah, yeah, we should do it again. And it's one of those things where, when you see an old mate in the street, and you go, "Oh yeah, we should really have coffee," and
Yeah.
then no one
Which,
ever
yeah, it
organizes it.
never happened.
No, so I decided that I was going to be the person to organize it, and so six
Good.
months later, we did. We decided that it was going to be a MegaCon,
Yeah.
and we got a name. We got a brilliant logo designed by Tony, who's one of the team, and put it together, and just basically bombarded people with the fact that we were going to do this. And sure enough, we had over 100 people turn up on the first one.
Nice.
So the thirst was there,
Yeah.
and then as soon as we finished, people were asking us when we're going to do the second one.
I
Like,
remember
well,
that because that's the one I couldn't make it. I can't remember why I couldn't make it, but I remember seeing the social media just go pop
yeah,
all day
it's
long, and then for days afterwards, and everyone's like, "When's the next one? When's the next one? What are we doing?"
absolutely, and yeah, the people were sort of hooked and wanted to do this sort of thing
Mm,
again. So we were like, okay, we'll do another one. And we chose a different con. It was still in Birmingham, still at the
yeah,
NEC. It was 18 months later, and we got double the amount of people.
yeah.
It was just an amazing atmosphere to be just sort of surrounded by that many people all dressed as Ghostbusters.
I mean, the
And
main picture was just incredible to see that
yeah,
amount of people together. It's just crazy. And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't been to the website, go down and have a look. Because how many people was that one?
that was just under 200 people.
Just under 200 people.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
crazy.
yeah. I mean, I don't want to try and I've just got the picture up in front of me now. I don't want to try and count the heads, but
Nah,
that was our estimate was around 200 people. Um,
nice.
it really was. It was nice. It was almost unmanageable as well, but in a good way.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I can imagine it must have been a bit of a logistical nightmare
Mm.
trying to move people in one,
Yeah,
especially I mean, photograph. I'm a photographer.
yeah,
Photograph, I photograph weddings all the time, and I've arranged 250 people before. I
yeah.
don't know how
And
difficult that is.
you've got to shout over people
Oh
who aren't
yeah,
listening
yeah,
and all that sort
absolutely.
of thing, and to coordinate that, which is why we only decided to have a picture like within half an hour. Again,
Yeah,
everyone else's time is their own; they can do what they
that's it.
like.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But yeah, but we've got 23 days to go to the next one, which is at
So with
MegaCon
that in
again.
mind, then what's going to be at this one? What's your
Well, more of the same. We're quite fortunate the fact that this time we've been able to liaise with the organisers of the event. So we've been
good?
able to talk to people at MegaCon,
Right.
um, mostly just to inform them that we're going to be there and say, look, we're bringing like 200 X amount of people to your event.
Yeah.
What can we do? And they've been quite gracious and letting us have a space, which the South End Sea guys are taking all their equipment and their gear for their Comic Cons.
Nice.
So they'll be running the space. That'll be somewhere that we can all congregate and sort of
Yeah.
mill around. We'll have a photo again. We are at the moment in talks at trying to get some other stuff happening there, but it'll just be more of the same. It'll just be a space for people to be able to talk and connect with other people who are there.
So I mean, is there going to be a photo op? Is there one thing where people need to be there at a certain time to be in this picture and be counted?
Yes, there will. We've got my mate who's our resident photographer who will be there
Nice.
again this year, and he'll be taking video as well. So put on your best clogs. But we'll nearer the time we'll
Mm,
sort out some times. Because if you put those things out way too far in advance,
yeah.
people forget
No, yeah.
anyway. But yeah, there will be a dedicated time for the photograph. It'll be about half an hour. People turn up, we'll have a photograph, and then go back to your day and do what you like. But yeah, it was just fantastic just to be able to be
Nice.
with other people.
Yeah.
Usually, when you go to these things, you're the only person dressed like a Ghostbuster, and you feel a bit weird. Um, but no, it's
Yeah,
great
I
to be
no, I
with
completely
like
agree. I
people.
mean, I've arranged a few events myself, and just see, for me, the different groups turn up in their
Yeah,
little packs, and then you got the individual people turning up with their packs, and then just you end up being just one big, large community, all talking about your packs, how
yeah,
different they
that's it.
are, who's done what, I mean, I've seen some amazing packs before, some pretty ingenious builds from
Mm,
just household objects. It's just
absolutely.
absolutely not, and that kind of thing just blows my mind.
Yeah.
But for you, what is it? What is it? What's the one thing for you when groups of Ghostbusters turn up? What's your thing?
I do like seeing people who are like-minded turn up
Yeah.
with, and the love and the attention to detail that they put in their costumes. Because I like to do that myself. I like to see people who
Mm,
put the same amount of effort in, and it
yeah.
just feels great. But seeing loads of people just get together for the love of one thing that you really love as well, just makes you feel a little bit better about yourself, I guess. Like I'm not
Yeah.
the only weird one in the world. There are other, there's at least 200
Yeah.
other weirdos in the UK
Absolutely.
at least. And yeah, just being able to talk about something that like my family don't really get it the same that I do. So if I want to nerd out and talk to them about something, they easily get bored.
Mm,
Um, but that's not the case when you're in a room full of people who like the same. But then there's the opposite of that. There's the chance to get to know people
yeah.
other than their love of Ghostbusters. You get to
Absolutely.
know what other people do in their lives and where they live and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Whereas
because
most
you
of the time
often
they're just a face on Facebook.
you often forget that we put on these masks almost and go
Yeah,
to these things. There's a person behind that, and they've got a life, they've got a family. They've got work.
yeah.
It's nice to know people's backstories and stuff. It's quite good.
That's it, and there are people who have got world records within our group, and you wouldn't know that unless
Absolutely.
you talk to them.
No, exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
and there are people who do amazing things, and there are people who do like all sorts of stuff, and you just
Mm.
wouldn't know that just by looking at a group on Facebook that's got a
No,
Ghostbusters logo on it. So
I
it's
like that.
it's
It's really
just
good.
that, just bringing people together. Yeah,
Good stuff, mate. I like that. I really do like that. And the flip side of what we do for me, and I know it is for yourself, is the fundraising side of things as well.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
we do a lot of charity work, and I know you do too, and I know you fundraise. So talk a little bit about your charity work, dude.
It's one of those things where you're in the position where you can make money, so selling the merchandise and selling patches because people want to be part of the thing that you're doing.
Of course.
And it's a case of what do you do with the money? And yeah, I could go and nick off with it and buy myself a speedboat at some point. We don't get that much money by any means. But
Well, you buy the
being part
sea.
yeah, being part of the community means that you really should give something back. And being able to sell stuff, get an amount of money, and then go to a charity and go, there's
Mm,
some stuff to help you out.
yeah,
It gives you a feeling of accomplishment, of
yeah,
that feeling, that warm feeling you get for helping someone else out,
totally
and
get that.
knowing that being silly and dressing up in a costume can benefit someone else.
Mm.
That's one of the best feelings, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what? Obviously I won the Ghostbusters, but me and my wife we run a separate group called Hampshire Cosplay for charity,
Yeah,
and we do stuff for many different charities. But we often find that those charities have done maybe a fundraiser one day when we're not there, and
yeah,
then the day when we are there, they quadruple the fundraising that they get, and it's because people have that are drawn in by
mm,
someone who's dressed up.
yeah,
When you're just saying hello to someone, but you're dressed up as a stormtrooper
yeah,
or Ghostbuster, and it just draws people in, and the fundraising side of what we do, uh, I find is I don't know. I'm fanatical about fundraising for cancer research at the moment
uh-huh.
because so many people I've lost so many people in my
Yeah,
life through that, and putting on the face, the Ghostbuster outfit, and the persona. just benefits the charity work we do in so many ways, and it's a massive thing. It's huge.
Yeah,
But
and
like yourself, go on.
Ghostbuster communities in general do a lot of that sort of stuff. It's
Mm,
massive in America. You know, they do their
yeah,
toy drives over Christmas, and
absolutely.
Sony are now pushing doing fundraising as Ghostbusters as well. So
Yeah.
the the actual franchise itself is all about getting funds for charity, and
Mm,
so why not be part of that? And so um, in the past we've helped a couple of charities out. I can't remember the first one we helped out, but we did Parkinson's UK last year.
yeah.
And this year we want to obviously benefit another charity. So we've got a poll on our Facebook group at the moment. We've got three potential charities on there that people can vote for
Hmm.
who they want us to help out
I'll make sure we
this
put
year.
the link to the Facebook page in this video.
Yeah,
And if people can get
that'd be
there
great.
quick, obviously. When are you looking at
I
working
think
out?
maybe within the next couple of weeks or so, because we've got
Yeah.
20 odd days
Hmm.
until actually cross the streams happen. So we
Only
don't need to
two
decide
days.
until the 20,
Yeah.
yeah. So at the moment, we've got the OHMI Trust is on there, which is a charity for that that makes musical instruments for disadvantaged and disabled people.
Nice.
So people who wouldn't necessarily be able to play an instrument,
Yeah.
they have specially made instruments to be able to make
Fantastic.
music. That's great.
Nice.
With Parkinson's UK on there again, just because it's a great charity.
Mhm.
A few people in the community have been affected by Parkinson's within the family and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
good one to
sure.
put on there. And then
Absolutely.
Anthony Nolan is another charity we've got on there at the moment, which is it funds stem cell research, which is always a good thing.
Brilliant. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So those are the three that
100%.
we've shortlisted. So if you want to
Yeah, get
vote
on
for
there.
favorites, let us
On
know.
people.
And
Get on there. Absolutely.
yeah,
Oh, mate, that's really, really good. Nice work, dude.
and all the profits that we make from selling patches, selling our merchandise, all goes to that. We're not going
Mm,
to keep a penny of it. It just,
good.
it goes straight into
I
that.
mean, that must be a massive feel good factor,
Oh, absolutely.
knowing that the events you put on. Let's talk about the other side of the events,
Mhm.
the stress of of putting an event on of such. I mean, it's it's a big event, dude. I mean, I've put on some big events before, but and I've been stressed. How are you
Yeah.
dealing with the sort of lead up?
I deal with stress brilliantly, and it's usually the day after that
Yeah.
I get the big come down. So remember from last year, um, because that turned out to be such a big thing. The lead up to it is,
Mm,
I think, it's fine because
yeah.
everything's done by communication, and as long as you keep in touch with people, make sure you know what things are happening, and when you make those
Mm.
decisions you need to, you can be really organized and go through on the day knowing exactly what's going to happen. And what makes it stressful is people. You'll find, and not individual people, just groups of people trying
Yeah.
to herd people.
Well, this is the
Um,
problem, isn't
yeah,
it?
but it's all good fun, and all the
Yeah.
stress that is involved with it is overwhelmed by the amount of fun that you have and the people that you
Good.
meet.
Is there a point
Um,
in the day in which you turn around and say, right, I can relax now? It's kind of it's working,
yeah, it's usually when I'm in bed
so it's after the
afterwards.
event.
No, it's there. Yeah, I think it's usually after the photo.
Yeah.
Once we've
Yeah.
had the
Yeah.
photo, that's the last thing that has been organized, and then I can actually sort of relax and start to see people. Because up until that point, I'm running around, I'm fueled by whatever energy drink has been put in my hand,
Yeah.
and I'm just trying to make sure people know where they're going. And
100%.
as the person that's put it together, if for some reason people are causing an obstruction somewhere, you got to make sure they're out of the way.
Mm.
You don't want your event you're holding inside an event to be a hindrance on the host event
No.
because you might
No.
not be
Yeah.
asked, you won't be asked back again.
No.
Um,
Exactly.
so that's the stressful part, just to make sure that nothing happens that could
Have you
possibly.
had to have words with people and say, look, let's stop?
No, last year I had to have a little bit of communication with the staff at the NEC
Mm.
because we were going to on a parade, and we were sort of in touch and not in touch with the people at MegaCon. And I basically said, "This is who we are. This is what we'd like to do,
Mm.
and get in touch if you've got any problems with that." And one of those things were we were going to have a parade. from outside the venue into MCM,
Yeah.
and they didn't say no, but they didn't say yes either.
Ah,
So,
so
so
you went ahead.
yeah, so we were going to go ahead. We said we were going to
Yeah.
do a parade at this time, and then I had the building manager of the NEC come to me and
Oh,
say, "So we realise we've heard that you're going to do this parade. Can we ask you not to?" I'm like, "Okay, fair
what
enough."
was their reason?
Just because the logistics of it were horrible,
Right.
just to have 200 people march through the NEC
Yeah.
without really any security
Yeah.
or safety
Yeah, I
risk
guess.
risk assessments put in
Risk
place for it.
assessment. Yeah.
That's pretty much it, you know. And
Wow.
one of those things, you just got to go, yeah, fine, and
Yeah.
you just got
Yeah,
to
exactly
comply.
that. Exactly that. There's
Yeah,
so many things you got to think about, and keeping
yeah,
the host happy
that's it.
is a biggie.
Yeah, and it's meant that we haven't been banned from the NEC yet, so that's a plus
Exactly.
point.
Well, mate, you'll always be asked back. That's the good thing about it. That's good.
Yeah, and that's it. If the people you're working with, if you can make sure that they're happy, with
Mm.
what you're doing, and you don't tick them off in the process, then you can keep doing these things that people enjoy.
Oh, mate, good. 100%. I really wish you the best. I'm sorry I can't be there.
Yeah, we'll just
Let
have
me
to get you
ask you
to
some, yeah,
build
let
it.
me ask you some
Build
fun
it.
questions now. Right,
Yeah.
okay. So if any out of all the Ghostbusters, who would you have turn up if you could have anyone turn up this
Well,
year
actors.
across the stream? Yeah.
Obviously Dan Aykroyd is a good one, because he just loves the fans.
He's always in the country. You never know, it might happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Ernie Hudson I've met at a Comic Con before, and he was a lovely man to
Nice.
meet.
So nice.
Um,
Nice guy.
Absolutely. I mean, Bill Murray is if he turned up to something, you know that everyone's going to have a fun time, don't you? You know.
Yeah.
Um,
It
but
kind of make or break a party, couldn't
yeah,
it? Is that if he's in a
yeah.
bad mood, it could just like
Well, that's it.
everyone just go, oh, let's go out.
Yeah, I think
But
as a
if he's
safe
in a
bet,
good mood,
Ernie Hudson probably a nice safe bet because
safe bet.
he just
Nice.
loves everyone, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If your house was haunted, who would you call?
Or Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Which one?
Well, oh, I don't know.
So you
Oh,
see, it's
like
a different
franchise
kind of
wise.
question. Yes. Well, no. Which actor would you
Oh,
have
which
turn
actor?
up? It's kind of slightly different question to who would you have at your event?
Yeah, that's a. I think out of the three that are currently still, I mean, if all four were still alive, it would be
Yeah,
Harold Ramis, wouldn't
you
it?
would have
Because
the
he
whole
knows
team.
everything. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dan Aykroyd is going to be the second one down from that if he knows what's going on. Then again, Ernie Hudson is the one that's he's the workhorse, isn't he? He gets stuck
Oh,
in,
yeah.
and with current affairs at the moment,
He's
owning the
got a bigger
Ghostbusters
team.
himself,
Well,
he
exactly.
has.
Well,
So
there you
maybe
go.
him at the moment. Yeah. I mean, again, Bill Murray will just turn up with some booze and have a good time.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, or it'd
but
find booze. It wouldn't necessarily turn up with
yeah.
it. It'd find
He'd find
find
it.
your
Yeah,
booze.
he'd bang on a wall and the thing would open up and there'd be a bottle there for him.
Okay then. So, favorite film?
Favorite film?
Yeah.
It's got to be the original at the moment. I was watching Frozen Empire and Afterlife not too long ago. Um, I might say my dog is currently barking at me. Shush, please. I'm on the telly. Um, I think Frozen Empire has got to be my least favorite
Oh
out of
wow.
the
Okay.
four
Okay. Why?
because it's too much like a cartoon.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
went too much the wrong way for me. I think Afterlife like set up the reboot really well for me. It sort
Yeah.
of went, here's all the old stuff, here's some new stuff, and here's where
Mm,
they cross over, and that was really
mm,
I felt that was great.
yeah.
And then they sort of went, oh, we'll just do the same thing again, and we won't do much new stuff. And
I mean, I agree with you. After for Frozen Empire for me was probably my least favorite, but more because there's way too much going on. It could have been four different. They could have had four films out of it,
yeah,
and I think for me it's just a little bit segmented. But there's parts of it that I really liked. I mean, for me,
I still enjoy it. Yeah,
yeah, oh, absolutely. For me, the films are sort of are at the pinnacle of the non-special effects, practical effects
yeah,
in those films are just amazing. I spoke to some of the ladies who worked in the practical effects team on another Spotlight podcast
uh-huh.
actually last year. And some of the stuff I thought were CGI were just weren't.
Yeah,
They made pretty much every single icicle you see in that film. They made them.
yeah. And
Nuts.
that's the
Absolutely
sort of thing I
crazy.
like as well. If they
Yeah.
push that as far as they can go. The thing I
Yeah.
do like as well is the fact that they didn't have the firehouse. That was a set. They didn't use
Yeah.
the inside like
No.
before, and that was spectacular because the bits with the black van that were outside,
Mm.
and then you realise that actually that was all in a studio. Well,
Yeah.
that blew me away because
Yeah.
there's
They they
loads of films
they
that use green screens
rebuilt.
and stuff, and you can
Yeah, they
tell.
rebuilt that. Everything you see from ground floor up, they built that
Yeah,
in a studio. The basement was in another studio.
yeah.
So
And like
the new
outside the library
basement.
is
Yeah.
another.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside the library is another example of that where they didn't film on location, they filmed on
No.
set, and you can't
Yeah.
tell.
Can't tell.
So those sort of things are fantastic.
It's just
Um,
amazing.
yeah, there's a couple of things the things that I didn't like were more sort of equipment based, and like I didn't see the point of having
No.
the drone trap. Like, yeah,
It was.
okay,
I
we
mean,
can use drones, but
that's a fan tick, isn't it?
yeah,
What else can
exactly.
we add? What can we just bring in?
Well, I think it's because the remote trap in Afterlife was such a hit, and I love
Yeah.
that. Like, oh, what can we do next? Obviously, a drone.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and there are things about the Proton Pack. I thought, well, you could have taken that a little bit further, and you didn't. Like the new health and safety packs with the yellow stuff on it.
Yeah.
Like, you could have maybe taken that a little bit further than you did, but well, but no,
But do you know
in
what? And I agree. For me, right, and this is where I'm coming from. If those packs were made today, they would be completely
Mhm.
different.
Yeah,
They would be
yeah,
massively
and
different. They wouldn't have kept the same
yeah,
design because the designs weren't great in the first place.
yeah.
They were pretty much knackered. But
Well, if in
you
the
know,
80s they managed to make a nuclear accelerator this big,
yeah,
by hand in the 80s,
yeah,
30 years later they may have been able to make it tiny, but I
yeah.
think you can't really do that because the fans would
No,
just
of
go, "That's
course
not
you
a
can't.
proton pack."
No, and I agree. I
Um,
totally agree. I totally agree. You know, you got to see it. If you're going to see a proton pack, you got to see a proton pack. It's got to be one of them.
yeah.
But yeah, I
But
mean,
if I was to list the four films, it would be original 84, it would be
hmm,
Afterlife, then Ghostbusters 2, then Frozen Empire.
interesting. Okay, yeah. Do you know what? It's
Yeah.
funny enough. That's the same order I'm in.
Yeah.
Same order I've got. Yeah, yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. What's your favorite
Yeah.
part of the film? Of any of the films? What's the favorite part of all the films?
My I have a very clear favorite part, and this goes back to when I was 3 years old, when the love
Oh,
started.
yeah.
Um, it's the Cedric Hotel scene
Nice. Oh,
because
mate, you can't say that 'cause that's mine. That's
because
the Cedric Hotel for
yeah,
me is just the pinnacle of all those films. It's go on, no, go on. You say,
yeah,
go on.
it's the first time you see them as Ghostbusters. It's the
Yeah.
first time you see the Proton Packs. It's the first time you see them catch a ghost, and the whole thing is just like, yeah, that was really good, wasn't it? But as a 3 year old, there's film of me acting it out with all the gear on, and
Nice.
I've got the plastic Proton
Oh,
Pack and
that's
the
so
trap, and
good. I
I'm
love
acting the
that.
whole thing out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I don't think any of the films have replicated that.
No.
And
I,
they could have done in Frozen Empire, but they
mm,
only did that. They only caught one ghost in Frozen Empire. Have you noticed that?
yeah.
And you don't even see it get caught.
No. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean,
But there you
yeah.
go.
For me, the rawness of those scenes of the we don't know what the heck we're going into. What have we done
Yeah.
here? They've started this whole thing, but we actually don't know what we're doing. And
Yeah.
the comedic side of the whole it's just it brings the
Yeah.
first act of that film to a point at which you now know that these guys they mean
Mm.
business, but they haven't got a clue what the heck they're doing, and that's so funny.
Y-
And Slimer for me is my favorite ghost, so it makes sense that that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Uh,
And again,
yeah,
I don't think they've done a ghost quite like Slimer yet.
no,
Again, like they tried to do it with Muncher,
you
but it's not
couldn't.
the same.
I think you
No.
could try, but it just wouldn't work, would it?
No.
I mean, yeah, Muncher is as close as you're going to get, but yeah. So
Yeah.
if someone's listening and thinking about coming along in what was it just under 3 weeks, just over 3 weeks now, just over 3 weeks.
Around
Uh,
that, yeah.
yeah. Why should they come to Cross the Streams? What should if you're a Ghostbuster out there, what should bring them?
I mean, isn't anything else in the world that you could possibly think of that would mean that you couldn't come to across the streams. I mean, you found an excuse, but I think it's a
Mm.
poor excuse to be honest. Um, yeah, if you're not doing anything, then you should come just to meet people. We've had a few people already that are quite a few people that have said, "Oh, this is going to be my first,
Mm.
not only their first across the streams, but their first Comic Con."
Yeah, I've been
Um,
watching the Facebook page group
yeah,
just go off. Mm.
and to be the encouragement that people need to come and experience something is amazing.
Yeah,
Um,
good.
and I come from my family aren't geeks. My friends aren't necessarily geeks, and so I've always gone to Comic Cons on my own.
Yeah.
So I'm used to wandering around, doing these sort of things on your own. But obviously, there are people that feel um, like they're on their own sort part of the
Mm.
time, and they find a group of people online, and they find like-minded people online, and to be able to go basically to take the Facebook group and go, we're going to be live at some point and
Yeah.
encourage people to come,
Yeah.
is fantastic. So, yeah, if you like being part of a community online, then come and experience it in person,
Nice.
and uh, yeah, and come and see us because we're all nice people.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
If I wasn't already busy, unfortunately, my group was booked before the date was mentioned, and as soon as the date came out, I was like, "Ah."
Well,
And
we'll
so
try
was
and be better
most of
organized
the
for
people
next
in my
time.
group had already committed to our event, unfortunately, and everyone thankfully, because it means we'll have actually have people at our event.
Yeah,
They've said they're gonna still come, so I apologise we won't be there.
that's
I
fine.
will
It's
make
always going to
effort.
happen with people,
Yeah,
so it's fine.
I'll make effort for next year, dude.
Yeah.
Whenever you do the next one, do it in a few months' time. We'll do another one.
Well, so
What
we
is the
we
future?
purposely the few well,
What's the future
there are a
across the
few ideas
stream?
floating around, but
Mm,
we purposely choose not to do it every year,
yeah,
so that we don't saturate the market. What we don't want to happen is for there to be so many of them that people go, "Wow, I was only at the
I
last one,
did
which was
it.
6 months
Yeah, I did
ago."
it this. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
and so there's an intentional feeling of FOMO built in
Yeah,
that brings excitement to it, and I think that really helps the atmosphere on the day and also the
mm,
lead up to it, and it makes people want to come to it more. So we say sort of every 18 months is sort of the minimum that we'll do it. You never know, we might leave it longer next time. It might be 2 years.
nice.
But me, Tony, and Toby we are the team at the moment, and we're in regular contact with each other because we're at three different parts of the UK.
Yeah,
Um, and it takes a bit of effort to meet in person. But yeah, once Cross the Streams is finished for this year, we'll probably have 1 or 2 months off where we don't talk to each other because we're sick of each other, and
yeah.
then we'll start talking about the next one. And so we want to try and get it bigger and better every time. We
Mm,
want to try and build on what we've done before. And I don't know if you were at Ectocon a few years ago, that was
no,
2022, which was in
was that
Glasgow,
is
which
that the
was
one up Scotland? Yeah, I was going to say Scotland,
that was
wasn't
in Scotland, yeah. And those guys in Scotland put a convention together, and so I'm not confirming or denying, but ideas have been thrown around for similar
it? It
sorts of
kind of makes
things.
sense. You've got
Yeah.
the numbers.
Well, that's the thing. We
It's
need to
about getting
keep this
people through
thing
the door, isn't
going.
it?
It's about
Mm,
getting people committed to it, and we're seeing commitment from people buying tickets as soon as you mention the date across the streams. People then
yeah,
go and buy the ticket with it. So we know that's
fantastic.
happening, but there are a few ideas that we're throwing around at the moment that need revenue,
Yeah,
and so finding funding for stuff that
not
we can
easy.
then put
I
into
can
other things.
relate
It's
to
not
that.
easy.
Yeah.
None of us are millionaires on the team. If there are any millionaires around in the Ghostbusters community that want to fund us some cash, that'd be amazing. We can do some really good things. But no, it's finding the ideas to just to keep building on it. So I'm not saying
Mm,
that we're going to do something amazing the next time, but
yeah.
we are trying to work our way towards something
Good.
in the next
Nice.
5 years or so.
Good. I'll be looking forward to seeing Foster Streams as its own main
Yeah.
big thing. It's got to be. You've got to do it, mate.
I mean that'd be a cool idea if we can
We'll
pull it off.
support you.
That's the
We'll
thing.
support
Yeah,
you.
absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Okay, then, dude. Well, listen. Before we go, mention all of your social media
Okay.
now, and what I'll do is I'll put it all in the
Really
description as well.
quickly. Okay, so
You don't have to do it
this
quick.
is
You can
this.
take your time.
So our website is acrossthestreams.co.uk, and if you can't find anything else, if you'll be able to find. Why don't I just click down? If you go onto there, you'll be able to find our Facebook page and our Instagram page, website. The first thing you'll see is when our next meetup is. So you'll see how long you've got to go, what the date is, where it is, and when you can buy tickets for that event.
Mm.
And it'll also take you to the Facebook
Merch
event on there as well.
is there?
The
There's merch,
merch
isn't
is
there?
on there as well.
Good.
There's merch. We have lots of things. I'll talk about the merch. That's a good. I'm
Yeah,
just clicking
definitely.
on it. We've got lots of t-shirts. So our resident graphic designer, Tony, who is the bearded Buster,
Mm.
he's brilliant at designing things. He did the Cross the Streams logo. He's done all
Yeah.
the patch designs for the last few years. This t-shirt that I'm wearing now is one of the new ones. If you're there,
Nice.
for those
Get
people who are
out.
listening at home. Um, we've got the new Cross the Streams 3 logo at the moment, which you get on a t-shirt. You can get on baseball t-shirts. You can get on a pair of shorts if you want to, or a baseball cap. So if you go onto our merch store, you can do that. You can also buy patches from there as well, which are only £12.
Nice.
We also on the website have gallery with selected pictures that we've had from our previous
Mm.
events, but we also have franchises of Europe on there as a map. So if
Mm.
you're a franchise, a Ghostbuster franchise within Europe, you can add your own franchise to the map. And the thing at the moment, we must have close to 100 franchises on there.
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
counted in a long time.
No, we're on there.
But there are, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
There are 11 pages, so there's at least 110.
Nice.
Because there's 10 to a page. So that's
That's good.
growing as well. So if you want to
Nice.
see if there's a franchise near you as well, you can go on there. But the Facebook page that we've got a Facebook group, and you can go on to facebook.com/groups/ Cross the Streams UK, and that'll take you to our Cross the Streams group that you can join.
Brilliant.
Currently
Yeah.
802 members on there, and
Nice.
that's where we post all the stuff about what's coming up,
That's probably where you're going to get
um,
most of the quick information,
most of
isn't
the
it?
news.
On the group. Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Then we also duplicate that stuff on Instagram as well, and that's Cross the Streams UK on Instagram as well. So yes, Cross the Streams UK on both platforms.
Brilliant.
But yeah, get in touch with us there. Add us, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Bell notification. We don't have YouTube, not yet anyway. Um, but yeah,
Mate,
just
you should
just be
pick up a
part of it.
YouTube channel. Start YouTube as well.
I
Get on
did
there
that
because
in the
get some
past. It's
video.
far too much effort.
Yeah. No, thank you, YouTube people.
Yeah,
Dude, it's been an absolute pleasure, mate. I
thank
wish you
you. It's been a
so
pleasure.
much luck with the event. I'm so sorry. Next time, be there. I promise. Uh,
Yeah,
but
we'll take
yeah,
lots of photos and lots of video, and
I mean,
yeah,
I'll be on the socials anyway, so I'll be watching, how things go and stuff like that. So just yeah, 100%,
brilliant.
mate. Well done, and bigger and better
Thank you.
next year. So YouTube,
Absolutely.
ladies and
Onwards and
gentlemen,
upwards.
yeah, go and follow Across the Streams, all their social medias. Look at the website, have a look at the merch. If you can make it down there in Birmingham NEC on the 28th, what's the opening time?
20th of
Well,
March. Yeah.
is it
People can get in
10
depending on
o'clock?
their ticket. They can get in about 9 or 10.
Oh, nice.
But
Okay.
we're planning to start meeting around 11 o'clock. It gives people a chance to sort of get there, and
Is there a
we'll start.
specific link where people need to buy tickets, or can they buy tickets on the door?
I would buy tickets in advance because they do generally get sold out near the time.
Yeah,
So you need to go onto megaconlive.com and buy
I'll get.
tickets for
Yeah, I'll get the link from you and I'll
Birmingham on the
put it in the
20th of
description as
March.
well. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll get all the links. Have a look in the description of this video, ladies and gents. The links will be there. Check them out if you're anywhere near a Ghostbuster fan. This is an event you don't want to miss, trust me. And if you are,
absolutely.
yeah, and if you're watching this after the event, get on the socials and wait for the next one because there will be a next one. So YouTube, thank you very much
Absolutely.
for
Yeah.
joining us. We will see you later. That's been Mark. Mark, say
Uh,
goodbye to the YouTube channel. I think I've lost Mark. Have I lost you, Mark? We haven't lost Mark. Have we lost you, Mark? No. Right near the end. We nearly got there, mate. We nearly got there, dude. Okay, YouTube, thanks for joining us, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.